I wanted to make a video on, like, kind of like a catch-up video on how I've been feeling lately. I don't know what's been going on, but, I decided to make a video on it because, like, I tell one person and it doesn't really help me. So, I want to talk about it here. There's been a lot going on in my life, and lately I've just been down on myself. And then one day something really bad happened, and I got in an argument with somebody that was really close to me, and I really loved them. And it hurt me a lot. And then I used to do the pencil thing where I would take a pencil and I would just practically just scratch/cut. But like that day it wasn't enough. The pencil didn't satisfy me. It didn't make me feel better. And I always said I'm never going to be that person that actually picks up a blade. I'm never going to be that person. But I am. I still am. And I picked up a blade. And I cut. And it just hurt. I mean, it didn't hurt. It felt good. I mean, the feeling of losing it, like, it felt like my emotion came out. And it felt good. And then came and it and I don't know, it's hard to explain really how you feel, but I wanted to say I did actually do it. I cut, and now it's been like a few weeks. There's about like 30 cuts on me. And yeah, it's been rough, but I want to stop. I truly do. And like some of my friends that like aren't cutters, I guess you could say, they tell you to stop, and they think it's so easy just to say stop, don't do that. No, it's not easy. It's actually pretty difficult when you hear a rude remark about you. All you can think about is getting home and cutting. When something bad happens, all you think about is that. And that's how it used to be for me, but only with a pencil. But then it went downhill. And the fight happened between me and my friend. I've been relying on that. All I have to say is, some people don't know what is going on in other people's lives. And like, other people look at you and think you're fine. You're not fine. Some people that go to school every day, super fine, that are social, that have friends, that laugh, that smile, not everything's going to be okay. Not everything is going to be okay with them. Maybe something bad is going on. Yet they sit there with a smile on their face for you. So you don't realize that they are breaking. And you don't see that. And one of my friends that are that were very close to me, they accidentally figured out that I cut. Because I took a picture of my nails and I accidentally let one of the cuts show. And they told me I had no reason to cut. And like, I lost it. And I started cutting. Because you don't know. I do have a reason. I just don't tell you. Because I'm not going to tell you every single detail of my life. And I only do that with one person in my entire life. And that's Val. Because I feel like she understands me, and she's like the only one that I know for sure is going to be there for me no matter what. And she's amazing. And for all the people that get down on her and saying like, oh wow, Val, you're not that pretty. No, shut up. She's my best friend. She is amazing. You just have to take the time to get to know her. Nobody takes the time to get to know anybody anymore. Everything is connected through this, a phone. Everybody's connected through it. And yes, I know, I'm addicted to my phone too. But you don't really have the same connection with somebody unless you talk to them face to face. Nobody gets to know this person. When people see me, all they see is this weird girl that says random stuff. No, that is me, yes, but that's only the part of me that you see. Honestly, I'm not always the happiest. There are some days where I just want to die. I just don't want to be here some days. And I don't like school because I go to school every day thinking, what's going to happen today? Who's going to ruin my day to day? And it sucks because that is not how school should go. It is not how school should be looked at. I feel like school should be looked at as an educational place that everybody can just get along. No. Somebody's got to ruin the day. I was called fat today. That's how. And then I'm like, yep. I didn't even tell him this, but he's one of the reasons that I cut. Because of that. Getting down on somebody isn't nice. Telling somebody they're fat, telling somebody they're ugly. I don't care if you're joking. Say JK, but then apologize. Because people take this to heart. And other people just don't realize that maybe this person already thinks they're fat, so they're starving themselves. They're anorexic, for God's sakes, or they're bulimic. You never know. Don't call people fat. Don't say rude remarks about anybody, because it hurts. And I know how it feels. It hurts. It's not always the best feeling to know that somebody is gonna get your day down. It's not. Because I wake up every day for weekdays to go to school, and I'm like, who's gonna earn my day to day? What's gonna happen today? I was called fat today. And even before this person called me fat, I was saying, I'm gonna lose 12 pounds, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds, I'm gonna lose this much. And Jeremy, the one that actually cares about me, my boyfriend, He cares. He told me, no, don't do this. You can lose like 3, I don't care. But don't get to the point where it's too much. Because you're perfect the way you are and you shouldn't even want to lose any. That touched my heart. But of course I didn't listen. And I was stubborn. And I said, nope, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I feel like I disappointed him. But yeah, he still cares about me. Why can't everybody just be nice? I mean, I know that I'm never the nicest person. I know that I get down on people too. But when you take a step back and realize that not everybody's gonna be happy. If we were all happy, then it would be a peaceful world. But not everybody's happy. Some people put on a face for you. And they do it to make you happy. So, like, you see them smiling. And then they smile. And I actually told one of the teachers this. And I told my guidance counselor that I do this. I put on a smile. Or I randomly talk to somebody in the hall and I say, oh, yeah, I like your shirt. I do this not because, oh, yeah, you're so weird you talk to random people in the hall. No. I do this because maybe this brightens their day. Maybe it puts a smile on their face. It brightens my day when I go to Instagram and I have an Instagram comment saying that I'm beautiful. That makes me happy. Or when I get on my phone and I have a text from my boyfriend saying, hey gorgeous, how are you? That makes me happy. It is people like this that make me happy. But it's people that say the darndest remarks like, you're weird, you're ugly, you're fat, you're just not perfect. Some people take this to heart. Some people actually listen to what you say. You can say, oh yeah, I think you're fat. So they'll go and they'll starve themselves to death until they think they are thin enough. There are people like this in this world, and people don't realize it. And just take a step back and chill out. Because there are people that take this to heart. I'm one of those people. If you can't see, I am serious. I actually did it. I actually did it. And I actually cut. Because it became too much. And then for him to call me fat, oh yep, just adding another cut. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, thanks. Stop. People cut because it loosens them. It lets out their emotions. And I thought, and me being like, oh yeah, you should just stop cutting. And now I see it's not just stop cutting. You're fine. You have to be fine. No. I know how it feels. It lets out your emotion. And yes, it isn't the best way to do it, but it calms people. It calms me. I'm fine. And yes, this is the outcome. But this shouldn't happen to anyone else. I don't want this to happen to anybody else. This is terrible. This is for me thinking I wanted to be perfect. I wanted to be thin enough. I wanted to be happy. And then I realized that I can't be the prettiest. I can't be the thinnest. I will never be the hottest girl in the world. Yet, I still be here. I'm still here. And this, yeah, I didn't do it for attention. I did it because stress, anxiety, it hurt. I let it go. And people need to realize that this happens to a lot of people. That it isn't just one person in the hallway that you see. Anybody could go be going through something. You could look at somebody and say, yeah, they're like the happiest person. Don't, like, you can see that they're the happiest person. When really they could be breaking inside, and the next day you find out that they committed suicide. And that's just how it goes. And it's not cool to get down on people. That's all I gotta say. Don't go around saying you're fat. I wanted to play football today. And we kept, I'm playing football. You're gonna let me play football. They said no. I couldn't play football. So I'm like, fuck you. And I'm like, I'm gonna play football. If you let me or not, I'm playing football. And they're like, fine, but we're not passing the ball to you. So I'm like, fine. Fuck you. Walk away. Calls me fatty. He's like, fatty? And I'm like, what? And he's like, fatty. And I'm like, did you just call me a fatty? And he's like, yeah, you're a fatty. Of course, I didn't say anything, but it's not, like, cool to do something like this, to say, I think you're fat. Thanks for brightening my day. That's all I have to say, because, like, I go around, and yes, I'm so freaking weird, because I compliment random people. Yes, in the hallways, I'll go, oh, hi, how's your day? Even though I don't know this person. I will do this for them, because they might not be the happiest person in the world, but I did this to make their day. Because I don't know if somebody goes home thinking, this girl really brightened my day. Because they could be having the worst day. Somebody just called me fat in the hall. I think I'm ugly. I'm ready to cutting it. I'm ready to cut. I'm failing blah 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 class. But then this girl in the hall, she called me beautiful. She liked my sweatshirt. And then the next day you figure out they're wearing the same sweatshirt. And they're wearing that sweatshirt again every single day. Because you complimented them. Because one nice comment can just change everybody's life. Be kind. That's all I have to say. Be kind. There's so many people in my life that I'm here because of them. Damien, Jeremy, Val, Travis. Travis is there for me. Val's there for me. Jeremy's there for me. Damien's there for me. Maria's there for me. They're all so kind to me. And Damien, he can brighten my day like fuck. He says the weirdest things, and it just makes me so happy, like, because he'll say, like, hello, cupcake, potato, squirrel. That puts a smile on my face, because he's being himself, he's being weird, and it just puts a smile on my face, because he's being kind to me, and he's showing kindness to me. Jeremy, he shows me that he loves me. He's saying, I love you, babe, please don't change. You're perfect the way you are. Please don't change. I don't want you to lose weight. I want you to stop cutting. And God, he just means the world to me. And I wouldn't even want to live without Jeremy, because there's days where, like, I hate it, and, like, I tell him after school that I hated school. I did not like the day, but then my whole world, my whole day can get twisted around because of him. Because he said that. And Val, she's there for me because she tells me it's gonna be okay. Everything's fine. She lets me vent to her. Not everybody is that type of person that'll let you just sit and vent. And that's, like, I think that's sometimes how I feel about how I'm glad that Val and I created our YouTube channel, because when you're doing YouTube, it's kind of like just venting just to, like, a zillion people, but, like, through, like, a camera and stuff. But it's just amazing because she lets me just say what I want to say, and then she'll say, I understand how you feel. And it it's just so great to know Val is there for me. And I've had a connection with so many of my friends, but with Val, she and I have the strongest connection that I have ever seen. I have never had a friend like Val. She's always there for you no matter what, and she's always happy for you. But like, she's there for you. And then Travis, he so sweet. He is one of the sweetest guys, and we've been through a lot. Travis and I, we dated, we didn't date, and then he he did something, and then he got a bad grade, and then he got his electronics taken away, so we couldn't talk. And then I tried to pick up our friendship again, thinking that we could be friends again, and it just kind of went downhill. And then I let it rest, and I just backed away, and I thought I would give up. But I'm like, no, I'm not ready to give up. I'm determined to fix our relationship. I am determined to fix our friendship. And it our friendship is fixed. I texted him once saying, "Hi, how are you? I just wanted to see how you were." And now we've been FaceTiming, we've been texting each other, we've been kicking each other, and so many amazing things, and he's there for me, and it's good to know that he's there for me. But like, he's unimaginably sweet, and I feel like I did fix our relationship, and I did fix our friendship, because now I know that he is there for me, and he he didn't give up hope on our friendship either. And now that we're friends again, I feel like I can tell him anything, and it it's just wow with him. And then Maria is so sweet. I only met her like a few weeks ago, and yet I feel like I've known her my whole life, because uh we just like get each other, even though like we only met a couple weeks ago, and I feel like I can tell her how my day went, and what's gotten me down, and why am I sad today, and what happened. And we only met like about 5 weeks ago, and yet we say that we're wives now and we're twin sisters, because I said that I think of her like a sister. And all these people are just amazing, and they are the reason that I'm alive. These are the people that I love. And of course I have my family too, but then there's just an unimaginable number of people that make me happy each day. Val can say the weirdest thing and then brighten my day, and then Travis could like say, like yesterday, um nobody was talking to me. I don't know what was going on with Jeremy or Damien. Oops. But like, I didn't really want to talk to Val, kind of, and, well, Val kind of got busy, and I didn't end up talking to Val, so I was about to go to bed, and it was 8 o'clock, and Travis calls me, and he FaceTimed me for a bit, and he's like, nobody's talking to you? And I'm like, no, nobody's really talking to me. And he's like, you know what? I will talk to you right after I get off of Xbox. And then it's in like 3 or 4 minutes or so, like he said. And he's like, Lily, I will talk to you, and we will talk all night if you want. So, no. And he said that, and he was so darn sweet about it, because, like, he was gonna talk. He talked to me because he's like, why are you going to bed so late? I mean, so early. Like, girl, you have more things to do. And then I'm like, well, nobody's talking to me, so there's no real reason to stay up. So he's like, okay. And he talked to me like the whole night, and I like passed out, and I don't know, like we just like, I just fell asleep on him, and then I always feel bad because like in the morning I always get a text from him, and like he'll be like, Lily, are you still there? Did you fall asleep? And yet he stays there for what? And he texted me till like 11, and we used to have conversations that like last year we were like best friends, and I would talk to him straight when I got home. We would talk about homework, and then we would have to like stop for a while because he had to go eat, and then I had to go eat, and then like then once it was like 8 o'clock, we would talk till it was like 12. He is the nicest person that you could ever meet, and yes, he's not always gonna be like, oh yeah, we're best friends, duh, but yeah, and I am trying to quit because Travis doesn't like it, Val doesn't like it, Jeremy doesn't like it, Damien doesn't like it, Maria doesn't like it, and me being stubborn, I said no to all these people that I'm not going to quit because I am enjoying this. This makes me feel good. But I'm trying. I'm doing it. So, sorry this video is so long, but if you made it to the end, thank you for listening to me rant / vent to you about this. I mean, times are rough for me, and I'm just ready to just start over. So, yeah, and I'll put all my social media below, so